Hey everybody, Benco Bob here. I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you to your Benco Dental team. Many of you guys already know me, but I thought with Tim and Doug retiring, this would be a great time to introduce you to not only myself, but Al Galvis. So I handle the merchandise side of the business, and Al handles the equipment side. A little bit about me. I've been in the business for 30 years. I worked for Tim and Doug at Valley Dental Supply for 24 of those years, and the last 6 we've been at Benco, and it's been a great experience. I'm a husband, a father of 2, a grandfather of 3, which keeps me pretty busy. When I'm not working, you can find me riding my bike or running. I enjoy photography, and also every Saturday you can find me at Travel Town in Griffith Park, where I work on the restoration team, and we are restoring the old locomotives and 1940s era passenger cars. It's something I enjoy, and I like giving back and preserving history. So I'm going to throw it over to Al now, and he will tell you all about the equipment side.
So let me introduce you to Al Galvis, my equipment specialist. Take it away, Al.
Oh, well, thank you, Bob. Thanks for having me. Doctors, I'm just going to cover a couple of things that Bob asked me to address as the local equipment and technology specialist. A little bit about me. If you want to go to the next slide, Bob. As Bob mentioned, my name is Al Galvis. I have been in dental for about 12 years and love what I do. And so I've been in this market for those entire 12 years, so know the market quite well. Love doing equipment and technology and helping doctors, whether it's expanding or remodeling or building out new. And so and Bob will be able to send you my contact information, so you can reach me directly if you'd like, or you can always reach me via Bob. The next topic I wanted to touch on is there's a lot of options out there when it comes to equipment. And so the unique thing about Benco that nobody else has is we've got a pretty massive 20,000 square foot facility here locally in Southern California. It's actually in Costa Mesa. What makes it unique is we have about 24 to 25 different operatories with all different configurations set up in brands. And so it really gives the doctors an opportunity to see what choices you have. How things can be configured and set up. We also have a very unique imaging center suite there. We have about 17 live machines. We're the only dental company that offers that, where you can actually see the machine, watch it in operation, actually fire it, so you can actually see clinical images and radiographs, and then test it. And it's almost a test drive, if you will. We also have a full array of CAD/CAM solutions, whether it be scanners or printers, 3D printers, mills, so on and so forth. And then we have actually our local design team there as well. So extremely valuable, very unique. Nobody else has this. And so it is by appointment only, so you just can't show up. So definitely work with Bob and myself, and we can set up a time for you to come down there. The term that many dentists have given this facility their name of is it's the Disneyland for dentists. So we'd love to have you down there whenever works best for you. Next slide. I just want to touch on a couple of some recent design layout concerns that doctors are experiencing, whether you're building a practice or having your own existing office. I'm just going to really go quickly over the 3 main areas. You'll see there on the slide, the first main area is your reception waiting room area. As you can see from that slide, that was your traditional setup. You have a number of chairs based upon the number of operatories, all side by side. That will change. There's going to be a lot more spacing to adhere to the social distancing. You're not going to have a fun zone or a interactive zone of any kind. That's going to go away. The beverage station also is probably going to be no longer an option or a feature. And no sharing of tablets, no sharing of remote controls. It's going to be a very seamless area, and in some respects, it won't even be a reception waiting room. It's going to be just a pass-through area. Next area you'll see there is sterilization. Many times it was the showcase piece of the office, but now we're going to see that have more of a restricted setup where they're going to put, if there's not some sort of barrier wall there, as simple as a resin panel can be implemented there. And there's some great, really cosmetic pleasing options that we can definitely introduce you to. The third and final areas are going to be, your open bay reception or operatory areas. No longer are we going to see this open environment. There's going to be some need to put some restriction barriers in there as well, and some really simple ideas and solutions to be able to adhere to that. So I'm not going to go into much detail, but again, for questions of how to achieve those goals, that's what Bob and I are here for. My suggestion is take pictures of your office space, maybe a video, and send it to us, and then we can just do a basic conference call and kind of go through it and give you some suggestions. Jumping over to COVID equipment, I will tell you that there's really two areas. The first area that we're seeing a huge demand on is the extra oral suction units. I will tell you, without question, you as dentists are getting bombarded with all different brands and manufacturers that are offering an extra oral suction unit. I would say the two highlights are make sure, and in this case, with the unit that we sell through Benco, which is called the ADS extra oral suction unit, it is a registered device with the FDA. There's a lot of solutions out there that are not connected with the FDA. So again, this is a device that's registered with the FDA. That's really, really important. And make sure that the functionality of that extra oral suction unit adheres to what, dealing with those aerosols. It has to have the proper hospital grade HEPA filtration system and also that UV light. Those are really two of the key things on the functionality. So don't be tempted by pricing out there. Make sure, again, register with the FDA and the functionality of that. The second COVID piece of equipment we're seeing is air purification. Lots of solutions out there for air purification. Not all air purifiers work in the same fashion. The number one unit that we're selling is made by Osopure. It's the AD70 model. It basically is an ozone technology system that destroys viruses and elements in the air down to a 0.001 micron. It also is kind of unique. It does eliminate odors, and you don't have to have multiple of these. The units are designed, one unit for about 2,000 square feet, and it's definitely compact and they're definitely quiet. There's other purification units out there that don't work in the same fashion. So they may be titled purification, but again, it's one of those things where, bring Bob and myself in. We can definitely help you, walk you through as to what solution will basically meet your needs.
Al, is this a portable unit? Will it move around the office, or is it's stationary?
Yeah, so this Osopure unit is stationary. You'll see in the image there, on one side of it, there's two screw holes, if you will, on the mounting plate. So this actually gets mounted in the office. Pretty simple mounting process. You will need a 110 receptacle outlet to plug this in. So it's not battery operated. So you would need an outlet. It does have to be mounted somewhere in the midsection of that office, but again, we can kind of help you determine where that best location is for that purifier.
Great.
The other area I want to touch on too is many of the offices, or we're all hoping that at some point we'll get to open up pretty quickly here. And so what's really important is to make sure that you set up a service call. Bring one of our qualified dental technicians who really understand dental equipment. Like anything else, if it's been sitting stagnant for a duration of time, in many cases, a lot of offices have been closed for weeks, you want to have a service technician come in and test the various categories, whether it's the mechanical room where you have your vacuum and compressor, your chairs, your delivery units, water treatment systems, so on and so forth. Our suggestion is, schedule that call at least 72 hours before you're actually planning on opening, whether you're going to do a soft opening or a full-blown opening. The last thing you want to do is come in the Friday before that you're going to open on Monday. You turn on your equipment and all of a sudden there's clogs, there's leaks, there's issues, things are not operating properly. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Give yourself plenty of time. There's going to be a huge onslaught of service call needs. And so I would say depending upon when you plan on opening, set up that service call, at least 72 hours, maybe a week before you're going to open. The other item to address is for those offices that are required to have an amalgam separator, set that up now. Before you know it, that EPA deadline of July 15th is going to fast approach. And so if you're going to schedule that reopening equipment checklist call, now is a great time to order that amalgam separator and get that installed as well. And so, so if you have any questions there, by all means, feel free to reach out to Bob or myself. There's my contact information if you want to take a screenshot of it with your phone. Again, Bob can also share this information, and without question, reach out to Bob. He's your point of contact, and then I'd love to be able to help out any way I can. Bob, any other questions or topics that you'd like me to go over?
I think that's pretty good for now. At some point, Al and I will be out to see you and introduce us in person. But I thought this was a really good way for us just to show you who we are and go from there. So, wonderful. Al, thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
So not only do you have myself for the merchandise side, Al for the equipment side, but you have a full equipment support team. These guys are top-notch, well-trained professionals that can handle anything from routine maintenance to any repair that your office needs. Give them a call at 1-800-GO-BENCO, option number 2, and you can schedule an appointment for them to come to the office and take care of any service needs. I personally want to thank you for the many years of business you have given us. Al, myself, and the rest of the Benco Dental team look forward to earning your business in the future. All of our contact information can be found in the description below, and I will also include it in my weekly email. If you're on Facebook, be sure to friend me. I post updates and content there regularly. I'll put a link in the description so you can find it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you out in your office in person real soon.